looking fear right in the eye. Biceps blazing rivalry, strength and grit, our legacy. We are the lucky ones, victory in sight. Looking fear right in the eye. Biceps blazing rise by iron wrist, rivalry, strength and grit, our training hard, days and nights, fighting with all of our might. Legends rise from common ground. In the ring, our fame is found. We are the lucky ones. Victory in battle runs. Every arm, every twist. Champions by iron wrists. Flashing like the rolling thunder. Wrestling's upon us thunder. We don't break, we stand our ground. In the silence, hear our sound. Sweat and grit, a battle cry. Looking fear right in the eye. Biceps blazing rivalry. Strength and grit, our legacy. We are the lucky ones. Victory in battle.
Welcome to the Lucky Ones podcast. How y'all doing?
Good.
Good.
Tonight we are joined by the one and only. She might not be the only one. Depends on if the other. But yeah, she's the one and only Amanda. But she is the one and only Amanda Dyer. So welcome. We are so
Thank
happy to
you.
have you tonight.
I'm happy to be on. Thanks for having me.
Good. And of course, joining me after a long sabbatical, we have is Stephanie Spencer. Hi there. How's it going, Dad? And her wonderful daughter. They are out in Las Vegas. Are you right? Correct?
Oh,
They did the IFA championship today, which was awesome. So we'll definitely want to touch on that a little bit later. So Amanda is a longtime supporter, longtime watcher, and I finally bullied her long enough to get her on the show. So I'm really excited that she agreed to come on and join us. Because as you all will absolutely adore her just like I do, because she is such a great light and sunshine of the sport. So, Amanda, tell us a little bit about your start in arm wrestling.
Well, our daughter Kaylee was working at a gym in Welty, Alabama called The Garage. And some people had started doing some arm wrestling there. And she called and said, "Hey, Daddy, guess what? They're doing arm wrestling at the garage. You need to come." And so he said, "Okay." So he did. And I kept coming with, and they kept, practicing. And I was standing back watching. And really kept thinking, I'd like to try. Yeah, I'd like to do that. I want to get involved. So finally, one day I did. And I think I had been on the table like maybe 3 or 4 times. And we were going to Georgia to visit our family. And my husband said, "You're going to be in this tournament. We're going to enter this tournament." And I was like, "Oh, really?" And I said, "But I don't know." He's like, "It'll be fine. It'll be fine." I'm like, "Okay." So on the way there, just backstory, I've never been on the table with a woman. I've never seen a woman arm wrestle. So on the way there, I'm like, I know what I'll do. I'll watch some videos. So I pull up videos, I'm watching them, and we're standing there in line once we got to the tournament. And I was thinking, gosh, I wonder which of these people are going to be pulling. Well, as it turns out, no other women had signed up. However, Miss Candy Passmore was there. And so they said, "Hey, Candy said that she'll pull with you, so you'll have a match." And I'm like, "Okay." And I'm looking, and when I see her, I was like, "Oh my gosh, that is literally the person I was just watching on the videos on the way here." So at that moment, my brain shut down. I got up there, and I feel like totally embarrassed myself. And which I did let them know, I was new. And so they helped me out a lot.
Sure.
And just to skip to the point, at the end of the thing, I literally went up to her and told her, I just wanted to tell you, I'm not quite as much of a DA as I just acted like. I said, but this is my first time, and I just totally forgot everything.
Right.
But it was very sweet, and she gave me some pointers and stuff, and it was really good.
That's
So
awesome. Yeah, no, that's a good person to be on the table with the for the first time for sure.
yeah,
So
yeah.
that's
When
awesome.
was it? When was your first time?
I want to say it was in 23, 22 or 23. I
Yeah.
think it was in 23 in Georgia.
Okay.
And
Yeah,
that was like,
that was
that was
still
the
the
first.
July one. That was the Buford, Georgia one.
Yes.
Yeah.
What's that? Tannery Ale?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're
Yeah.
doing it early this year. This year it's May 10th in
Um,
May.
I know. When I saw that, I was like, oh, wow, because, someone signed me up for a round robin.
Are you
Oh
doing it,
darn, who was
Robin?
that?
Oh, yeah.
You have another arm, you'll be fine.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ron Robin's just one arm.
Oh, but we do try to go to that one every year because, like I said, we have family there and it's a nice time visiting and
Right.
so.
I love it. I love it. So what's been kind of like your favorite part so far in these last couple years?
Um, I guess just meeting new people and getting the experiences, of pulling with different, because as we all know as females, when we pull with men, it's very different.
Right.
And, like my husband, he's an arm wrestler, and even other men say, he has a huge hand and a very thick wrist. And just trying to practice with him is so much different, So,
Yes.
like the first time I got to actually practice with a woman, I was like super stoked.
Yeah,
It's just a whole nother thing.
definitely. No, I think, going down and not only did you feed us delicious carnivore food, but I mean just, practicing at y'all's place was so fun. It's so welcoming there. We have a great time. I love practice and I can't wait to get on the table out there again for sure, for sure.
Yeah, I know. I was thinking about something I had messaged you about. I can't wait to get on the table with you. But I didn't mean that in a challenging way. I meant that
Yeah.
in a I really like to practice with you because I feel like the time that I practiced with you and Mike, it really gave me insight into what I was doing wrong and what I can be doing for my size and everything else. And it was awesome.
Yeah, no, I mean, and that's what's so like interesting about the sport is because you definitely like when you practice and you can practice with people, even people you compete against, having those doors open up and being like, oh wow, I didn't know this was a lane I could go down and
Yeah.
being able to work at because sometimes, especially with tournaments, our time on the table is like so fast and flies by, and then you're like oh shoot. And then if you don't record your match, then you're like, wait, what even happened?
Yeah.
How did I
Yes, I
win? Or
remember
how
that
did I
well. Like,
lose?
okay, and that just happened. And I'm not really sure what I took from that, but okay.
Right. Exactly. Yeah. So no, I love practicing, especially with other females, because like you said, it's just a rare occurrence where we really get to be on the table with another woman.
Yes, yes. I used to practice a lot with um this guy that we pull with, Joe. He had a teenage son. And when we started out, we were kind of equal. And so I really liked pulling with him. But it's like the age definitely showed when he would do the flop wrist on me. I'm like, I'm telling you right now, it's like, you are killing me. But that's something now that, I've gotten used to. But
Okay.
Right.
He flopped his wrist or you flopped yours?
oh, no, he did. Like if
Yeah.
I started to overpower him, he would do the flop wrist on me, and I had no idea what to do. And I'm like, okay.
What do you do with the flop wrist, Lucky?
No.
What do you do?
Um,
What do you do?
we have a couple of comments. Mike Nance wants to cancel you because you live right next to a Jimmy John's and have never offered to bring us any.
Oh my
So,
God.
Shout out to Cody Wood, who said that Subway is better than Jimmy John's, and he about ruined my weekend at the Arnold's because of that. So, and he definitely ruined Mike's weekend at the Arnold's because of that. Candy Passmore says, "Hey, lady, yes, I do remember that, and you were sweet as pie. Agreed. And I still have your number on my phone. It was great seeing you again in Alabama, and you have definitely improved." So I would 100% agree with that.
Thank you.
Just I've gotten the honor of pulling you at 3 different events, and each time it's just like, dang, like keep it going, keep it going.
Yeah.
Um, and then Farrah says, "Hi, mom."
Oh.
So,
Ah,
and
love
then
her.
I can tell you exactly what happens. I only watch each. Oh, he's teasing me because I said I'm not even sure what happens. But Mike said he watches my matches 1 million times and can tell me exactly what happened. Well, you're the coach, so that's what you're supposed to do.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah,
Uh,
but no, I got beef with Frankie because he needs to do a better job of recording your matches because like the phone be pointing down at the beginning. I'm
oh,
like, dude, I need to see the setup.
well, let me tell you, he did so much better at Alabama State. He did. And I have a friend, Gina, one of our other puller's wife, and she recorded it. So I had it from all kinds of angles. So I was able to see everything that I did wrong. You know what I did right.
You have like your own media team for the play-by-play.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, but it was a good time though, for sure.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, y'all look like you had a great time. I saw that. So it was you, Sherry Ballou, Amanda Marshall, Candy Passmore,
Hmm.
anybody else?
I
Or
think
was
so.
it the 4 of y'all?
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Which is great. Like,
Yeah.
four for a tournament is very solid turnout. So that's awesome. And
And
you were
you've been to
able to,
Alabama State, so yeah,
I'm
that was
sorry.
good. I said, and you've been to Alabama State, so yeah, that was
Yeah,
good.
exactly. Exactly. I was
Um,
so sad to miss it this year. I did want to make it out because first of all, like I said, I love pulling you. And I definitely wanted to go out there again and be able to represent Virginia down in Alabama, but I'm
yeah,
glad that y'all were able to get some wins without me.
yeah, that's right.
I had to share the medals around with everybody else.
Yeah, yeah. Oh,
So how did the just the overall tournament go? Y'all have like the pacing go okay, reffing all good, all that jazz?
yeah, I didn't really hear anybody complaining about problems with reffing or anything like that.
Awesome.
It did seem that like it took a really long time. I did hear some people saying that, but and I
Right.
really couldn't remember because I'm always so excited about the whole thing that it's like it goes by fast to me.
Right.
But I know it did go really later for people that had like a super long drive like Amanda,
Sure.
and but yeah, I mean overall it was great.
That's awesome.
Uh,
That's really cool. Yeah, you got some wins on your left and learned a little bit on your right and took the overall. What's up?
yes.
Sorry.
Yeah, I literally had a moment there at the tournament this year. It's like because I haven't been able to practice as much as I want to for a while now. It's like always feel like I get up to the table and make the same mistakes. And this time when I went up to do right, I did. I did the same thing. I can at least identify it now, and I'm hopefully done with that. But when I got up to do left, my husband had gave me a pep talk because it really, I was like, I just keep repeating the same mistakes. And I don't know why I can't break myself from doing that.
Right.
And then when I got up there to do left, it was like an awakening. I stayed up to the table and did exactly what I was supposed to do. So it was very nice for me.
Yeah, definitely.
Just
Definitely. No, you looked really
moment.
solid on your left and
Yeah.
lucky left got a little tremble in it a little bit. I was like, uh-oh.
Oh no.
I got to the point where I feel like I'm not supposed to do the flop wrist until I've just like, well, that's what I do. So like I could have your same idea. Like I'm not supposed to do that. And I try. And then if I try, then I'm just going down. But if I flop, then I can like, I don't know. Like I'm almost to where you're at, to where I'm supposed to do it, and I did it.
You looked solid today, Steph. This a couple of pulls that I saw, you look good.
Can you believe I beat Shauna?
No,
did you see it?
I did. I did see it. I was like, oh snap, parallel pin, look at her go.
Oh, no.
Uh,
I can't wait to pull you, Amanda. I wish that you guys could come out to San Diego next
You're gonna
weekend.
pull her, Goofy. You're gonna pull her next month.
I know. Well, let's have a practice.
yeah, yeah. Uh,
She
I
doesn't want to
know.
practice you. She just wants to surprise you.
I love surprises.
That's
Everything was a
Adults-
surprise today.
Yeah.
Even when they put Camille up against me when she wasn't in my class.
Why did they?
I don't know. I didn't sign up for Shauna's class either. They just
Did you only sign up for masters?
I did a master, but I was at my I weighed in at 86 kilos.
Gotcha.
So
Look at you.
I know. Oh my god.
That's awesome.
You're gonna weigh in even lighter for Winter Blast. Are you going to Winter Blast?
I can't make it. No.
You're
So I
not.
gotta work that weekend.
Wait, I know it's because you don't want to get banned.
We're not talking about that, but no, I gotta work that weekend.
It just so happens, actually, it is just
Right.
to work that weekend.
Right. So fortunately, I don't have to make that decision because money made that decision for me.
Mm.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it's gonna be super. We're still helping out with the amateur payouts though. So the women that show up for amateurs and whoever comes in first, right and left for both weight classes will still get paid out. So
Okay.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah.
so and no, Stephanie, you're not allowed to pull amateurs.
I'm not going to.
I don't know where I've been, but I just recently figured out that they actually have like masters for women sometimes.
Mhm.
And I was like, hey, like I'm old. Like, like
What? How old are you?
I'll be 47 in May.
Wow, you still look great.
I,
Amazing.
look closer. No, I'm just kidding.
No, I am.
And I wasn't, that's not to say that, but I feel old. And so, and sometimes when I see 20-year-olds, I really feel old. So,
I
but
feel
I'm still
more
hanging in
old
there.
Yeah, was it when your taste of music is so different, they don't even know who the band is you like. That's when I feel old.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. For sure.
Christina Cook says, "Hey, best friend."
Hey, she is, her and my husband are like my number one supporters.
Aw.
And Lucky, of course.
I was gonna be like, "Oh, what?"
Like Cookie, she even comes to our practices like just to, have my back. She's an excellent friend.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome. So when you aren't arm wrestling, what are you up to?
Hmm. I think it's funny because like I've heard people say, well, I'm just going to keep arm wrestling because what else am I going to do? Sit around knitting or crocheting or whatever. The funny thing is that I do that. I do both. I like to crochet.
You
Which I
have a
have.
garden? Why do I feel like you have a garden and you can vegetables? Like you seem like you're a natural person like that.
Oh my gosh. Let me tell you, we used to live in Center, and the first garden I ever had was enormous, like enormous, because we were working on a deer farm. And so we had, the tractors and all that stuff. And so me being me, I'm like, oh yeah, we're going to do this. And Frankie's like, oh yeah, we're going to do this. Good. So it was so long and there was so much stuff planted on there.
Oh, cool. How did I know that? I just like feel that energy from you. And it was probably delicious. You make it for dinner?
Yeah, like I would, let's see, we grew corn and like 2 or 3 different kinds of watermelon and cantaloupes and squash. And it
Wow.
was outrageous. Let me tell you, it was so much that I was like, what am I going to do? And Frankie would constantly say, are you going back out there? I'm like, yes, like there's stuff going on out there. But I am
You're in
very,
really, really good shape. Like that, I feel like the people, like especially like the older ladies who do gardening, it's really what keeps them in shape. Probably
Yeah.
have strong hands from it too for arm wrestling, huh?
Yeah, and, like, I live in, a neighborhood now, and so I don't have a garden, and so I miss it, but, yeah, we did a lot of hunting, fishing, growing our own stuff, so you got that vibe right. Um, but I also make wreaths and spend time with my grandkids, and I'm very, family oriented, so whenever I can spend time with them, I like to.
You're
All our
too young
kids.
to be a grandma.
Oh gosh. Well, my daughter, my oldest daughter, um, she waited later, to have kids, and she had my grandson Miles, and he's almost 19 months old now,
Oh,
and that now she has a brand new baby girl, Willow, and so those are my first two.
oh, that's exciting.
That's
Yes,
so
it is.
precious.
It's a whole new thing.
Yeah. How's Willow doing?
She is doing well. She is out of the NICU, so we're all very happy.
Good. Good, good.
She's doing well.
Very happy to hear it for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Absolutely just love like your uh what is it? Just your vibe, but also like you can see it through like some of the stuff that you create, just how like you put like your heart and like sparkle into everything, like
Oh,
with the wreaths that you make. It's just like, yeah, that's Amanda.
oh, well, thank you. I do love to do that.
Yeah. Oh yeah, they're beautiful for sure. So if y'all need Christmas wreath and y'all are in the area, or just have her, or just hook her, or look her up so she can mail it to you, and obviously pay for shipping. But
And my daughter, Farrah, she's constantly, and really Kaylee too, is constantly saying, Etsy, mom, Etsy, get on
yeah,
Etsy.
for real. If
uh,
you get an Etsy, let me know and I'll put it on the Lucky Ones page.
sounds good.
We'll have a little commercial break. I
Yeah.
actually really it's funny because Haley Johnson, actually, Haley Sue Johnson with the Johnson. I don't even have it in here, but she sent me some tallow, magnesium tallow or whatnot, and I need to start like pushing that stuff because my elbow, you know how you get that tendonitis thing right
Uh-huh.
there? A week of doing the sadist soak and applying that every night, no elbow pain
Oh,
at all.
wow.
I was like, holy wow.
That is
Because I had
good.
been dealing with that since last June when I pulled Lisa Ann in our super match. No, it was Hannah. It was Hannah Presnell. I've been dealing with since I pulled Hannah right-handed. I was just like, oh, that don't feel good. And then this past week she sent it to me, I think it was like 3 weeks ago, and I started doing the soak and putting that on it and cleared up. It's like, yes.
That's awesome.
Yeah, but then I got my wrist hurt at Arnold, so now it's just like, what? This is not fair. My elbow healed and then my wrist got hurt. What the heck? It
Yeah, that is not fair. You're right.
ain't right. It ain't right. But that's arm wrestling for you.
Yeah.
If it's not your elbow, it's your wrist. If it's not your wrist, it's your fingers. If it's your fingers, it's your shoulder.
Yeah. That's right. Oh gosh. It is really always something for sure.
Always. Oh yeah, how's your injury coming, Stephanie?
Oh, I feel much better.
Good.
My bench isn't back to normal, but it's slowly getting there.
Nice.
So,
Nice.
yeah.
Yeah, because you were that pec injury was a while too.
Yeah. Taking forever to heal.
Almost as long as the podcast has been on.
Yeah. I know,
That's
huh?
crazy.
I do
So,
remember hearing about that. But
huh?
I said I do remember hearing about that. But
Yeah.
Yeah,
like
it was
it
like
seems like
early
it would be
on, and then
a hard place to heal because I mean it's every motion, everything you do. So
I know.
yeah,
And what a bummer to ruin your bench when you love benching. And then you love arm wrestling and you can't stop.
yeah.
can't stop, won't stop. Let's go.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
So, um, you and I talked a little bit about like training on the table, training off the table. How's everything going with that? What's it looking like for you right now, especially as we're gearing up for next month?
Yeah. Well, I have been keeping my grandson because, my granddaughter was in the NICU.
Right.
And so my parents have been coming over about 3 days a week so that I can go to the gym. And because of other things going on and everything, they haven't been having practice. But normally we have practice every other Sunday at the garage. And we have even went to UAH here in Alabama, and there's a whole group of young guys that practice there, and they invited us to come. So we've went there a couple times, and of course we've had it at the house a couple times too. So,
Right.
but yeah, I am locking down. But and then we also go to Athens sometimes and practice at a guy's house, and his name is Ken, and he is like me in the fact that like he likes everything organized and like this is the way it's going to go. And I actually really enjoyed that practice because he ran it almost like a round robin. And like he said, okay, you and you are up, you and you are up, and then and it kind of went. And I really enjoyed it. But at that time, we didn't bring our table. And to me, like us bringing our table is kind of my insurance that I'm going to get to practice. And I think females probably know what I'm saying about that. So
For sure.
it's like, I'm here and practicing, like on the table. But so one time I went there and I didn't really get to practice, but there was a guy there that in their group chat had made a unnecessary comment that about women in a kitchen. I won't even go there, but I feel like by the end of that practice that because he had said, I don't pull women, and he still didn't. But I feel like I obviously gained some respect from him there, but he realized I was there to do what I came to do, because he was giving me tips and um, helping me, correcting me, and telling me, what I need to do, what I don't need to do, and did invite me to do the king of the table at the end of the day. And I was like, oh no, I'm good. Thank you though. But I did get a lot of practice in that night. It was good.
Good. Good. Yeah, we don't need to be canceling anybody, but probably don't point them out to me when we come down there.
No, I'm telling you, I do not like the drama factor, so I promise I
I
won't.
know.
I won't even
That's
say.
why I'm your friend, and that's why
Yeah,
Lucky'll handle it for you.
yeah. And the aftermath of the situation, because of course I went there like, but
Right.
he seemed very nice, So I don't know.
Right.
People like to just say things sometimes, maybe.
True. Especially in a group chat.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah. Man, arm wrestling group chats can be a blessing and a curse.
yeah, yeah.
I
For sure.
got some pretty thick skin. That's all I have to say.
Yeah. And coming back to the thing, so that's kind of what my practices looks like. I do a lot of gym work, and I do some work here at home. We do have a table with a pulley system here, and we've got a new cable machine. So I'm looking forward to using that. So to try to enhance my progress before next month, yeah, or before, yeah, April. Uh,
Yeah, that's next month.
yeah, I don't want to say that way,
It's at the
but
end of the month. We got plenty of time.
yeah, yeah.
Plenty, plenty.
Plenty. Yeah, I think we're what is it, 8 weeks or 7 weeks?
Let's see, four.
I think we're at 8 weeks out.
I think eight. Yeah, yeah. Right.
Ooh. Let's see. Just your wrist. Yes, Drew. Just my wrist and my elbow. My left is good, thank goodness. But and then Drew said, "I wish we had bionic spine replacements." True. And then Mike's giving me a hard time. Keep Lucky out of my kitchen. First of all, Lucky can cook. Lucky just don't like to cook. So
There's a difference. There's a difference.
there's a huge difference. And then but yeah, it is what it is. But
No.
I will say I have perfected my pork steak. So
Oh,
I can cook that to like it melts in your mouth, medium rare, amazing garlic butter with the Kellogg butter, I think it's called.
oh yeah, yeah.
That stuff is the Kellogg Gold. Chef's kiss for a carnivore diet.
Yeah.
Don't get Joe Fullmeyer shout out because he is going to tell you what you know.
Yeah, that is true. Frankie said, "Don't forget to give Joe Fullenwider a shout out because he is where we got started for sure.
Yeah,
He had everything that I started out, with. I learned from him. So, and I will say that anytime, I say, "Hey, can you help me? Hey, can you pull with me?" He will. So he's
no,
been very.
Joe's a good guy for sure.
Yeah.
I practiced with him twice, and both times definitely. He's not, and I appreciate that about especially a guy puller because sometimes they're very like in your face, like this is what you need to do, blah blah blah. But he comes at it as such a way of like, if you want this advice, here's what I would do.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
so I definitely I would agree with that. He's a good person to practice with for sure.
For sure. Yeah. Yeah.
And I wish that Miss Full and Wider would get back on the table.
Yeah.
Trifling.
Yeah. I actually, when I first started, she was there. And
Yeah,
then she got hurt one day at practice. And, I don't know if it didn't heal or,
right,
I'm not sure. But
right.
yeah. Mhm.
I mean, it's such a it's women in this sport. I feel are such like a fluidity thing of like there's highs and lows, and they'll get really into it for a little bit, and then life happens, and then they'll get really into it, and then life happens, or they'll get hurt or whatever, and then kind of fade into the background a little bit. So, which I
Yeah.
mean happens to guys too, but I feel like because there's so few women, it's more obvious when it's a woman
Obvious.
that it happens with.
For sure. Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, but no, she I got to practice with her a couple times as well too, and just great time for definitely.
Yeah. Yeah.
Anytime you can practice with somebody new, it opens your eyes to ooh, this is what they do.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So what is some of your favorite like exercises to really work into as far as like arm wrestling specific or just strength building?
Every time I go, I try to do the lat pull downs and seated rows and of course wrist curls and um I think I do Arnold's about every time I go too, just and I have adjusted my workouts to be more arm wrestling specific because I saw that like certain things were, yeah, I can lift this much or I can do this or whatever, but the actual wrist pronation, forearm, tricep, those muscles were not being highlighted in the workout. And so I've had to do some adjustments to strengthen that because, yeah, my wrist was not anything. So I had to work on that.
Yeah, wrist is very important, Stephanie.
Wait. That
There
one's better.
you go. There you go.
Oh, my wrists are still, I feel like they're like still tiny. Like I can't, but they must be stronger because they're not getting slapped back quite as hard as they were before.
Right. Color gold need to yeah, yes you do, Mike. And then Stephanie Candy asked Stephanie, are you pulling at Winter Blast?
Yeah.
Yeah. She don't care about being banned.
Well, I want to ask Greg if he's gonna ban me.
Yeah.
Oh,
At least for this year.
Can the ladies have an exception? There's not very many of us.
Right?
And
There
tell them
you go.
I don't know and I don't care about any of the drama. I just wanted to go and have a good time.
For real. The Arm Gods event is I'm looking forward to Jody's super match.
I'm flying in like 6:15 on Friday.
Are you gonna make it? I guess you will. Because it doesn't start till what, 7:30? Are you going in person?
I don't know. I can go straight from the airport to the event. If I was gonna hope to share an Uber with somebody. I put a little ad in there saying maybe somebody will.
There you go. Did you get a ticket for the Arm Gods thing?
No,
Already?
do I need to?
Yeah, it's like $50.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Well, let's see if I make it to the door. Is Candy gonna pull? But she's not even in my weight class. She's gonna
Candy will
pull up
pull.
a class. She's.
I don't know if she's doing just I know she said that the 135 class is hers. Or 130. Yeah, 135. It's 0 to 135, and then 135 to 156, 154. 154 to 176, and then 176 plus.
I'm making 176.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay. Are you gonna pull up too? You gonna pull both classes or just the
I don't.
176?
I guess I could.
You can.
See how much they charge me.
It's cheaper for the ladies. It's only $20.
Oh, okay. Yeah, let's go. I'll do it. Why not? I'm gonna be there.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. I'm excited to see shows comes out for sure because I'll be watching live cheering for all y'all. But it'll be a great event. Largest in America so far.
I'll have to see if it's gonna be more fun than today because it was definitely. I got to pull new people and it was different.
There was a lot of ladies there that I didn't recognize because
Yeah,
there was
the Canadians were there.
yeah, I saw Patrina. She looked fire today.
Canadians were good.
For real. The Canadians at the Arnolds were something else too. Between Kathy Facey, Vivian Santos, and Ellen Heron, those ladies in that 154 class were something else for sure. So, well, Kathy was technically 155, but you get the idea. She ended up taking second and I think third, which was awesome in both classes. She was there was only 3 women that placed in multiple classes, and it was Leanne, Nadia, and her. And everybody else only got 1 place. And I was like, dang.
You placed though, didn't you? What'd you get?
I got third on the left. Lucky left showed up.
That's good. That's good.
Yeah. So, and yes, everybody, like, the amount of messages I've gotten about my wrist, like, yo, I know, okay? Leave me alone. I'm working on it. But
At least they're trying to help.
they are 100. I'm not complaining about that. It's just one of those things where I was like, yeah, I know. But it's so.
Okay.
I think what's funny, not like haha, but losing the weight that I have lost just has definitely made arm wrestling a little bit more tricky for me.
I can only
And
imagine.
so now I'm having to rely on other things and practice other things, whereas before, when I was more solid, like I didn't have some of the issues that I'm having now. And so
the only thing that changed on me was my stomach got bruised up. Everything else is exactly the same. So that's good for you, I guess.
Everybody's different.
I mean,
yeah,
you would not like. I miss my padding. My padding is gone.
that's good. I'm proud for you.
Right. Candy said that she might pull up 1 class. So yeah, even if she pulls up 1 class, then y'all aren't going to be on the same table together.
Wait, what's the next class?
The 154s.
Oh, is it 130, 125 to 154?
No, 135 to 154.
Oh.
So yeah, because there's 4 classes. Shout out to Winter Blast for giving us 4 classes.
Okay.
Thank you for that. That I do appreciate that, and I appreciate Glenn doing the 3 classes. I appreciate PL for multiple classes, Winter Blast doing multiple classes. All y'all that do open class, get it together, please.
There was a lot of classes for the women today too. A lot of weight classes.
Yeah. Well, that's PAL. So
Oh.
that's what, or IFA, I should say. Because it's technically IFA event, not a PAL event, but PAL runs the IFA, blah, blah, blah. all the initials.
Yeah.
All the things.
Things.
Oh.
So, hey Atlantis, how's it going? Captain Coke, hello, how are you? And Candy said, yes, I keep a bruise on my hip and stomach. Yeah, when you're grinding up on that table, pushing up against it, it can get intense.
And you're not even thinking about it.
I think about it.
Not till the next
I
day.
get yelled at if I'm not on top of the table.
Well, that was one of the things that I realized in my epiphany moment at the Alabama State this time was that I have not been up on the table until I went to pull left this time. So, and it's funny watching the videos back. It's like, at least now I can see, I'm like, oh yeah, that. Oh yeah, that. I shouldn't have done that. Or why? Why am I sitting? Why am I sitting? But so hopefully I won't make those same mistakes again. We'll see.
Yeah, have Christina Castro scream in your ear during a round robin, get your damn dog again, and I'm tired of telling you.
Oh my God.
You won't ever move your hip off the table.
I am telling you, I thought of that. I thought of that moment that you're talking about at that round robin where she was telling you that.
Right.
When I saw that on my video, and I was like, why do I keep, and all of a sudden that popped in my head. I was like,
Yeah.
yeah, that's what I need. Somebody come and kick me in the keister. Be like, get it in, girl, get it in.
Oh, Concrete Castro, she's no joke. Fear God and people. So, you did it Georgia, you've done Alabama. Where's been some other places that you've competed that you've really enjoyed, or where's a place that you want to shout out to be like, that's a good place to go?
Well, as of yet, I've only ever competed in Alabama and Georgia. I was going to go to Tennessee one time and it didn't work out. And then, but that is what I'm looking forward to is trying to broaden my horizons, where I can, even at just around states, and of course I would love to come and, to Virginia, to where you're at, I would love to see the people that I see on the podcast and but it just hasn't happened yet. And I feel like probably I feel like until I get to a place that I feel like I need to be, that I feel like I have to keep it contained. And honestly though, it's the opposite because I'm going to gain the experience and learn more by spreading out, by meeting new people, by pulling new people. So but and I always love to go to the Georgia tournament because our family is there and it's a good time. So, and it's a good
Definitely.
tournament.
It is, yeah. No,
Yeah.
I really enjoyed Buford last year for sure. And
Yeah.
so, another good one for multiple weight classes. I think it goes I'm not sure if it's 135 or 143, and then it goes up to that weight to 171 and then 171 plus.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
definitely, um, there's two events happening May 10th. One's in Ohio and one's in Georgia, and I'm kind of debating. And so I would love to go to the Georgia one and pull all three weight classes, but also the one in Ohio is a cancer fundraiser for a family. And he's really was trying to get a lot of women out there. He added left hand and he added a weight class specifically for women, and that's
Great.
important to me as well too.
Right. Yeah.
And so it's one of those things where it's just like, why do y'all always have to do things on the same freaking day? Hey.
I say that just about life in general. It's like, and I'll tell my kids that and everything. It's like either nothing is going on or everything is going on. And you're like,
Exactly.
how do I? I can't be everywhere at once.
Right. And then what's crazy is the very next week is a VAL tournament, which shout out to the VAL. Probably won't make it there if I go to Ohio. and, and USAF Nationals are in South Carolina, Myrtle Beach for the Worlds. And it's just like, really? 2 weeks in a row? 4 events of
Wow.
all that Lucky want to go to? So I'm gonna need y'all to get together and spread these out a little bit.
Yeah.
Reschedule your events just for Lucky so she can go to all of them.
I do like go through the event calendar, and try to see like what's around us, what's doable, possibly, but yeah, so I'm hoping to add two this year. So
I love it. I love it. One of yours should be one of the Arnold's qualifiers here in Virginia. Just saying.
you may have mentioned that to me before, and I did not make it happen,
Get out
but
there.
maybe this year I will make it happen.
Nice. Definitely. Hey Casto. And let's see. I don't yell about Georgia Turner.
Is the Drew still in the comments?
He hasn't commented since the beginning where he made fun of our intro.
I'm
And then I
supposed
blocked him.
Oh no. Well, I'm supposed to go see him so he can put the tire on my car.
Drew, are you still here? Let's see. About Georgia tournament, Sean Hancock reaches the Tannery Row Ale House is closing down and will not be available. So we are looking at having it at a great location in Augusta. Cool. Change the date too, Candy.
Okay. Well,
But I also know that Sean has an event in Alabama on the 31st. So he's just staying right in that area because he'll be at Gulf Shores, Alabama.
yeah.
He just announced that event for May 31st.
Hmm.
So that'd be a fun one to go to too.
Yeah.
So there we go. You could come to Ohio with me and do the cancer one, and then I'll come down on the 31st and we can go to the Alabama Gulf Shores one together. Plan your life, fix all your problems.
I'm trying to think. We go on a mother-daughter trip every year to Gulf Shores, and I'm thinking, like, how long will I even be back before that? But it's not at the same time. It's like the next week. So, uh,
Just move the trip, and then you both can pull at the tournament.
oh,
That'll be so much fun. Is it your daughter or your mom and you?
it's my mom and my aunt and her daughter and me. So it's
I
it's
love that.
yeah, yeah.
All four of you can pull.
Yeah. I'm telling you, the ladies in my family can definitely throw down for sure.
Exactly. Really, really stack the cards in our favor. Get a nice women's round robin thing going there. That'd be awesome. I'm here for it. Now I'm excited. Now you have to do it. Tell them to move the trip. Like you said, this has to go down.
Oh.
All right. So, oh, here's a good one. This is one of my favorite questions. Who do you look up to in the sport, and who do you like to follow and kind of learn from, and all that jazz?
Well, um, the first name that pops into my head because I'm constantly watching her workout videos, her training, her matches, Gabby. And I remember when I first started and I saw her and I thought, she looks like me, but she is way strong. Like that is amazing. And I thought, that makes me feel like, well, I could do something. Not that maybe, but I could definitely do something. And also I just love watching her defeat to triumph. It's like I mean, she definitely gets on it. If it doesn't go her way, she recreates and she is comes back tenfold, and that's amazing. But and of course, and I know you've mentioned it before, but the workout video with Sarah, her and Sarah. And it's like even those two, as good as they are, it's like they both picked up things from each other. And that's really a lesson to us. Like that's why we need to do that. Because what I don't know. What Stephanie knows, she may know something that you don't know. And that goes to the saying, that the wise learn more from fools than the fools do from the wise. Because if you are open to information, then you're going to learn, so
Everyone.
it's good. But, and I mean, I have been super impressed, not to your horn, but by Lucky, because, we started almost the same time, and she has really put it in. And that's what I love about this sport, is like you get what you put in. And the times that I have had all the time to put in, I've seen the growth. And the times that life has got in the way, as we say, and I let that happen, I saw the regression. And so, it, it's good.
Yeah, definitely. I love it. Well, thank you. Appreciate it. No, but I think too, whether or not people see it, um, so many people are inspired by so many different journeys, and so I think even with your personal journey, you've inspired me because despite, like you said, when life gets in the way, you're hopping right back on that train and you're like, all right, now we're going to focus on this. Now we're going to do this. Now, but you don't let life get you down, but you also don't allow this to consume where you're not living life either. And so I think that, when it comes to your priorities, you've done a great job of juggling where your focus needs to go.
Yeah.
And but you're still staying in it and giving it what you can when you can. And I think for me, that's inspiring too.
Yeah, it gets hard, but like Amanda had said one time about making excuses, and I don't want to do that. And so I try to, if something has definitely thrown up a blockade, I try to go ahead and plan. Okay, this is going to take this amount of time. By this day, I need to be where I can get back to this, and in the meantime, I can be doing this, because this is what I am able to do. So, and that helps, because a lot of times when you let too much time go by, interest wanes, and just your ability wanes. But it just, like, sometimes, like I had told Lucky before, it'll be even just watching the podcast, will make me say, get in the gym. They're inspiring me. You've inspired me, Stephanie. Everybody that I've seen come on there. And I think everybody that does come on, especially when they're telling their own journey, like you said, it's some parts of their journey are going to speak to you, and it's like, oh yeah, I've been there, or yeah, I was wondering about if I was ever going to get over that, and it gives you what to look forward to. So it's good.
Sometimes you can be inspired by yourself too. You can look back on how far you've come, but it's not
Yeah.
very often that you can really do it, because you got to stay humble,
Yeah. Yeah.
or
Yeah.
somebody's going to make you humble.
Yeah.
You're going to go out and get humbled right fast.
I have, I know at least one shirt that says always stay humble and kind. And
Yeah.
it's because I hope that if I ever got, anything that to be bragging about or whatever, I guess, or to be acknowledged for, that, I would be the same person, because I'm just me. I'm me. And I'm
Yeah.
me as a homemaker. I'm me when I was in the Army. I'm me when I was out on the deer farm. I mean, I'm just, it's me all the time. So if you don't like me, don't look for it to change. I'm going to be goofy, and
Anybody not being able to like you.
hey, it's happened. Uh,
Hmm. I think that those are all really, really good points. And I love it. And I'm not gonna ruin it by saying anything about it. We're just gonna move on to the next question.
okay. I talk a
So
lot.
what
So
sorry.
I said I talk a lot. So you can just say, and moving on while I'm talking. It's fine.
No, not. I love it when the guests talk. I'd much rather hear y'all talk than me talk.
But it's like you say, going down the rabbit trail.
Trail. Yes. Yes, I know it's rabbit hole. Well, anyway, I didn't know it was rabbit hole, but it's rabbit trail now.
Yeah.
That's what I call it. End of story. It's my podcast. Dag
That's
nabbit.
right. That's
want-
right, girl.
I want to. What do you imagine the rabbit trail looks like? I'm just trying to imagine what does that actually look like? It's like a trail in the woods with little rabbit prints.
It's a trail, and the rabbit is just hopping along happily. Like, who wants to go down in a hole? Like, that's not fun. A
It's
trail
hiding
is
in
like
there.
pretty, and there's scenes, and you can see everything around you. Holes are dark and gloomy and sad.
With twists and turns and little hidey holes, little hiding spots,
Yeah.
like a maze.
I guess rabbits are safer in holes too, unless they come across a snake. But
Oh, scary. Never thought
yeah,
of it.
exactly. Hashtag nature life. But
They always have
also
exits. They always have other exits. So
true, true. But yeah, no, rabbit trail.
didn't mean to start a thing, I promise.
I started it, and then people made fun of me in the comments. Let's see. Oh, I forgot. Speaking of comments, let's see. It's still in the works, but the date is set according to his schedule. Yeah, I figured as much, Candy. I was just kidding. Candy, don't eat the hot dogs at the venue. Yeah, and then Peter Cotton hopped down one.
The bunny trail.
A bunny trail, yes. And I don't know who Peter Cotton is
He's the
because
bunny.
it was Peter
The bunny.
Rabbit and his sibling's name was
His-
Cottontail.
Okay, you're right.
So yell some haters, but whatever. Anyway, I'm about to block Mike.
Oh my gosh.
So, as you know, because you're a watcher of the show, which I very much appreciate, that you tune in and comment occasionally when you can catch us live or you're watching the replay. Very, very important. Everybody should be like Amanda and do that for me. We have the Jesse question, which I absolutely love. Where do you see arm wrestling going in the next 5 to 10 years?
Well, I feel like you should speak into existence what you want, and I want to see great things. I want to see the women, more women participating and it causing the equality that we all want. Because really that's the only way that it's going to happen is that we have to get more women participating and the men that are doing the promoting that are inclusive with women. I mean, like as far as treating everyone fairly and the same, and I'm not even necessarily talking about cash payout because that's down the road for most instances, but
Sure.
just the general respect, is much appreciated. So
Yes.
and I would like to see more promoters doing that and more ladies participating. So, and that's myself included, pointing the finger back at me because I'm the world's worst. I'm going to do this, I'm going to do this, and then I don't make it. So, but I don't tell anybody that. But in my own mind, I'm thinking I'm going to do it. So that way I don't disappoint anyone. But,
There you go. There you go.
but yeah, I would love to see it. I would love to see it blossom and I would love to see it in the Olympics. I would love to see it more televised, other than on the pay-per-view. And I mean, really, if we can see slap boxing or whatever, like, please, please, like, this is a serious sport as well. I'm not even excluding that one. I'm just saying arm wrestling is important. So,
Exactly.
yeah, but that's what I would like to see happen.
Very cool. So you touched on it a little bit. What's like obviously more women, but when it comes to the female aspect, what's another besides more women participating? What's something that we could see change that would definitely move it in the right direction?
Um, well, and well, I won't say most, but some of the promotions, they are have a wide range of the weight classes, but that is really super important, because that's the way that, if someone is a very low weight class and they are competing in an open with, let's say, a professional that's in an upper weight class, that is terrifying, for that person. And they are more likely to not come back. So the weight classes is a good thing. And basically just the treatment, the respect. And,
Yeah,
and that would go a long way.
I would agree with that 100%. I think, yeah, I'll leave it. Yeah, you said that right.
Yeah.
I'll
There's,
leave it
there's a lot
alone.
of things that I could say, but I'm not going to say. I'm just going to leave it to respect,
Yeah,
just equality and
there you
respect.
go. I love it. I love it. Tell me about your favorite match. So you had some really great matches.
Yes.
Some really
Um,
fun matches.
yeah, I have enjoyed every one of them, and some more than others. But and it's not even necessarily because I lost or whatever, because some of my favorite matches have been, sounds very strange, but have been ones that I feel like I got a good fight in,
Hmm.
and then the first time that I pulled off the high hook, that was, I was like, wow, like that was awesome. But and so I guess I don't really have like a favorite, but
Yeah,
um anyone that I can walk away from the table knowing something about myself that I didn't know before.
yeah,
So mhm.
definitely, definitely. Yeah, I think when we pulled Alabama last year, and then a few months later we pulled in Buford in July, and
Yeah,
just the difference of how the even though just in those few months, and then then when we pulled in September again, it was just like, oh snap. Like, I'm having to work really hard to get these pins. Okay. That's the
Um,
real reason I didn't go to Alabama Arnold's.
oh right.
I
Sure.
knew it was time.
Oh.
I was gonna have to work way too hard,
Oh, it's like
and there's no guarantee.
yeah, I have got to get some table time in. Oh,
Fair enough. But no, I loved I love it. I love to see your progress, and it's been incredible to really see you learn and grow and really apply all that knowledge to be able to really pull off some pretty impressive pins and wins and fights and all the things. Been
yeah.
great.
Thank you. Thank you. All I can do is try. So sometimes it goes your way, sometimes it doesn't. And sometimes you beat yourself and sometimes the other person beats you. So it's
Exactly.
all learning. Yeah.
Sometimes the ref beats you.
Hmm. I had to laugh at Alabama State because I promise you, I only got one elbow foul. One. Which is like, what? Because I am world renowned for not, Anyway, so I got the first one, and Tim just said under his breath, "Don't foul out." I was like, "Yeah, I'm not. I'm really trying not to do that this time. Like, really."
Which Tim?
Um,
President or
yes,
McPherson?
Preston.
President.
Yeah, he also told me stop separating from the table. I was like, I promise you, that's what I'm about to do, and I did. So I was like, yes, I finally did it.
Right. Right. I love me some Tim President so much, but that man needs to stop coaching while he repping.
Yeah, it was like just a low, like he wasn't. Maybe too, because there was an instance where I was trying to help somebody else. And so I don't know if that's what made him mumble that in the in between, because it wasn't during our
Right.
match or anything. I mean, it was just
Yeah.
while everybody was standing around. I was like, I know he's talking to me. I know he is.
Oh
But
yeah.
I was like, geez.
No. He's a cool dude for sure. And Yeah. There's he was roughing at IFA today,
Oh.
wasn't he, Stephanie?
I don't know if he refed any of my well, I wasn't paying attention. I got bounced from table to table at the end. And
I think he was. No, he
he
wasn't.
didn't ref any of mine, did he?
I didn't know because Sean was on the table 1, and I didn't recognize the dude that was with you on table 3.
Oh.
Unless he was the down. Was he the down ref for your
Yeah,
match on
he
table
wasn't
3?
on that one.
Mm.
I think so.
Yes.
Yeah.
One of the girls
Hey,
got
Fresman.
at the call, and I had to give myself a timeout.
Hi.
Because her girlfriend was yelling, and I just went over and I had to ignore it. I can't. I'm not fighting the refs back. I'm not even. I just walked away because he already called it. I don't know. I'm not.
That's fair. Yeah. Again, sometimes, as Joe Yarzo said, sometimes the ref can be your opponent in arm wrestling too.
Indeed.
But they're only human. No hate towards any refs at
Oh, no.
all. We
No.
appreciate your hard work and your diligence, and we realize that you are not perfect, and that's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But also do better.
Okay, guys, I have to go before Drew changes his mind and doesn't change my tire. I didn't even message him. I
Drew,
can't.
change your tire.
I know, where is he? I didn't message him.
Did you message him?
I need to message him because I was supposed to go over there, and Xana was trying to talk me out of doing the podcast for a long time because she's at the tournament all day and ready to go see anything she can in Vegas before bedtime. It's only 8 o'clock.
Oh, that's right. I always forget that there's like a thing called time zones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, thank you, Amanda, for being so fun. You're
Well,
great.
thank you.
Love your smile.
I probably cheesed the whole time, but
Great. It's great.
that's generally me.
Yeah. So I will see you guys later.
Oh, Drew said he's out delivering orders, so to message him. So
Okay.
you're good.
Okay. All right. Bye.
You're
Bye,
good to
girl.
go.
Oh, Mike said, tell Frankie I need him to absolutely wreck my rights.
Okay.
So
Okay.
we'll make that happen.
Yeah, I will let him know. Oh.
But no, I think yeah, I don't even know where we're at. But overalls, was it right and left or left overalls?
Left over.
Overalls.
Mhm.
You took home the big win, and then you took first right
No.
or first left
Yes.
and second.
Yeah. When I got up there to do right, I'm telling you, it was like I was doing it wrong, and I got third right
Okay.
before I like self-corrected, and I was sitting at the table between my right and the left, and I was thinking, well, you've got to get it together. Like, what is going on with you? So when I got up there to do left, it came together. So yeah.
Nice. Awesome. And then you took second in Buford on the right hand, I think.
Yes.
Yeah.
I can't remember.
I can't remember either.
If I was in the
I
garage,
know,
I could tell you. But that's where all the stuff is.
right? And then sit downs. You got second at sit downs. Whoop
Mhm.
whoop, which is awesome. And then I think you got second in Alabama. Both hands last year.
I know I have second and third, 2 sets of second and third for Alabama State. And then
Okay.
this time I got third and first and overall. But yeah. I
I
was so
mean,
sad though. I want to say because Amanda, we were there so long, and Amanda had such a long ride home that I didn't realize she had left. And when they called us up there, Candy had told me that yeah, she said that she just had to go because it was too late. So and yeah, that was a long drive for her for sure. So
definitely. Definitely. Yeah. I would definitely rather get there the morning of an event and then crash after the event.
Yeah.
But then I know some people, they prefer to like drive in the night before and then drive home like after the event. So I think it's just, whatever works with your schedule, with your finances. If you can do both nights, that's even better.
Right.
But like I know like when I did Tennessee, uh I think it was, when was it? It was last March when I did the tri-states. Like
Hmm.
I had driven 5.5 hours that day to get to the event, and then watched the round robin, and then tried to pull the turnip. Never again. Never doing that again.
That is rough. Yeah.
Yeah. And then
Yeah.
I think the same thing. Oh, Dawsonville. Dawsonville was 7.5 hours, and I didn't do either night stay over. I drove there, did the event, and then drove home same day.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah, so
That is a
15
lot.
hours to be at the event for three. It was an 18-hour day. It was,
That is a long time.
yeah,
Yeah, to me, if I can swing it, it's like I'm coming in on a Friday and staying and then competing and then we might stay another day. We
yeah,
might stay after the event and then go home. But
for real.
uh,
Because I mean, otherwise, I mean, especially like depending on, feel like fortunately for like that's the only good thing about having not a lot of women in the thing, because it's like, oh, okay, I only have to pull like 4 times, and
yeah, that's
or
true.
if if you're in a class where you're two and out. Like it's
Yeah.
like, oh, okay, cool. I
Yes,
feel great. Let's after full until I'm dead.
yes, exactly. Uh,
That's like the only thing that small women classes have going for it, is the fact that you're not as worn out as you are, say if you did like a practice or something.
yeah, yeah. Oh, that's like Frankie thinks that I never get tired or I never get wore out, from pulling. And that's what I tell him. Like, well, I mean, I had to pull like three people, four people, two people, like one person.
Yeah,
And it's like, that is not true. He's like, because you and Lucky pulled in the garage for like 4 hours straight. I'm like, well, it was a good practice for sure.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
for real. But yeah, no, I'd much rather get worn out down at a practice than, but I'd much rather be worn as down at a tournament as a practice, because then that means like you actually like put in a lot of work and stuff like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like for me, the fact that my right got hurt at the Arnold's is actually I'm actually kind of impressed with myself, because I'm like, I worked hard.
Yeah. Yeah. For sure.
Like I was like, okay, cool. Like yeah, it didn't win anything, but it really showed that like I was really putting in the work.
That's right. That's right. The struggle, the strength, everything was there.
Exactly, exactly. Just gotta push it to the next level.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
So, what's some of the things that you're hoping to accomplish here in the future? I know you talked about doing some more events.
yeah, yeah. And I hear people answer that question on here, and they have such awesome things that they want to do and all this stuff. But it's like I'm at the place where it's like I want to self improve, and I want to climb the ladders that I need to climb to get to those levels, and I want to branch out and all that. And I want to say, hey, I'm going to do this and I'm going to do this because I feel like I'm ready, whether I am or not. I want to feel for myself like I'm ready to show up. I'm ready to do what I can do and see, we'll see where I'm at. So,
Right.
but yep.
No, I love that. That's a really great response. And for me, like I would love to see you on the Southeastern rankings one day, 100%. Like
That would be awesome.
I could definitely see you doing something like that for sure, for sure.
Yeah. Well,
Um,
I'm working at it.
what's the next event for you?
The next event for me will be the round robin.
Oh, I
That's
wonder who made you do that.
I don't know, but I do know it's probably the same person that told me I don't ask you. I'm just going to tell you because I know you'll say no. So,
That sounds like a really good friend.
indeed, indeed. but but I am looking forward to that. I am terrified of that, and I am looking forward to that. So,
Good.
uh, I hope that I can take a lot of experience home with me. So, and I'm gonna train the best I can and show up and try to show out.
There
Maybe
you go.
not get
Yeah,
slammed.
they need to be scared. You Alabama overall left hand winner. They need to be shaking in their boots.
Yeah, I am positive that they are. Oh gosh, only if they're standing in the snow. but
Fair enough. Fair
but
enough.
I
But
am my grandson probably won't be staying with me for too much longer, and so I am going to try to really amp up everything between now and then, and we'll see how it goes. So
love it. Love
yeah,
it. That's gonna be awesome for sure.
yeah,
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to the event. It's gonna be a solid day, definitely. And I've talked to obviously the group chat's excited about it, individuals are excited, and I mean I'm just ready for kind of it to happen for us all to get together and have that camaraderie and be there for each other. It's gonna be really awesome.
yeah. That's going to be the amazing thing. I've never been in a room with that many lady pullers, so I'm stoked.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Me too, 100%. I think it'd be fun to do like a no elimination tournament afterwards. We all just rip each other's arm off right-handed
Yeah.
after we've destroyed each other left. It'll be great.
I didn't even notice to start with that it was left-handed, and then I was like, oh, okay. It's
Exactly.
like I've been feeling like my right has been stronger lately, but clearly that's not the case. And like, that's what Amanda told me too. She was like, I don't think that's right. I'm like, well, I mean, that's just my own what I thought, but
Yeah,
yeah.
that sounds like me and my right. I've always relied on the left a lot, and I'm
Mhm.
like, my left is the better, is stronger and better, and Mark's like, no, it's not.
You're like, what?
I don't even remember who we were. Oh, it was Steve Fernandez we were hanging out with, and Mike was like, feel her left, now feel her right. And he was like, yeah, your right's better. And Mike was like, see, now you'll believe it because somebody else said it,
Right. You're like, sacrilege. That's not true.
right?
Oh.
I'm just saying my left placed and my right didn't. Just saying.
Oh my gosh.
But I don't know. I feel like it's because no, I'm not gonna say it, never mind. Um, but yeah, I think there's a reason, but I also think I'm more secure in my left than I am with my right, and so I just kind of don't think as much with my left, and
I'm
so
you're saying, yeah.
yeah, I think that's part of it for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
Because when you can just like do what you do and it work, yay.
Yeah, true. True. Oh.
So is there anyone in particular that you kind of have your eye out on, or somebody that you really like always wanted to grip up with and you hope to get out either practice, you don't have to do a call out or anything, but just like practice, or like, man, I've seen them pull, I would love to pull with them one day.
Yeah, I have seen a lot of people on the podcast and just watching matches and stuff on videos that I thought I would think, yeah, like I bet they would be cool to pull, and I think you could learn a lot from that person or whatever. But yeah, so nobody in particular, no, that I'm definitely no call out, but but yeah, there. I
Yeah,
mean,
I miss you coming for you.
yeah, right. But wouldn't it be cool just to feel that? Like, I mean,
I still have not. I've been in the same room with that woman twice, once. I don't even remember, but I have never gotten to pull her yet, and I need to. I'm aching to.
it's like just because when you set up grip and you grip up with someone, you can already feel it. like it's almost like you can feel it coming from them, you know, and I can't even imagine what that would be, you know, like that would be,
Terrifying.
yeah, that would be terrifying for sure. You'd be like, okay.
Definitely. Well, and what's funny is I've gotten the opportunity to pull Sarah and Jocelyn last year, but I don't remember it. Like that's that like I want to practice with both of them because like honestly that night is a blur. Like it 100%. I don't remember anything other than losing.
Well,
Obviously.
that's what I was gonna say is about, you know, like to be able to grip up with someone just to feel how, you know, feel them out, or like Gabby, it's like for that 1 millionth of a second that it would take for, you know, for her to be like, bye-bye. But you know, it's just, it would be cool.
Definitely. No, 100%. And yeah, so I think like when I think about this question, I think of more of like what would it be like to practice with them, you know, rather than just going
Yes.
into a tournament and have it be like wham bam, thank you, man, I'm never pulling ever again.
Right, right. Yes,
But
yes,
yeah,
for
to be
sure.
able to get on the table and really like work with them would be like really cool.
Yeah. I remember
Um,
when I first started, I gripped up with Angie.
yeah,
And I was just like, wow, you know, like this is so awesome.
yeah. Angie's sneaky though because
Candy.
she'll be giving you everything in practice, and then you be thinking one way going into a tournament with her, and she's like, "Ha,
Just
you thought
kidding.
that's
Yeah.
cute?
Oh,
Thought,
man.
thought you had a lane."
Yeah. It took the wrong
I love you,
exit.
Angie. You're the best. Huh?
I said you didn't realize you took the wrong exit. You're not
For
even on
real.
that road anymore.
There, the rabbit trail, the rabbit hole, it was all shut down.
That's right. That's right. Oh my gosh. That's funny.
So obviously, you know, you and I we're just a couple months apart from kind of our start dates, if you
Mhm.
will.
Yes.
And so, you know, I still consider myself fairly new to the sport, and I think you would agree too that, you know, both of us don't have a wealth of knowledge yet, but we do know some things.
Yeah, some things.
No more than people who have never done it.
That's right. Um,
So, you know, if somebody's looking to start this year, what would be some advice for them or something that maybe you wish you had gone back a couple years ago and tried to do, or something that you're like, oh, man, I'm really glad I did this and everybody needs to do it this way.
hmm. Well, I guess like advice wise, I would say definitely find your people. Find your people that are going to encourage you, the people that actually want you to do well. You know, they want to see you succeed. And I guess the at home work, you know, like if you work with the bands and you will have an easier time because you will be conditioning those ligaments and all that stuff so that when you do get to the table to practice it's easier, you know, easier, or you're getting them more conditioned more quickly than just relying on just that practice, you know, because yes, you can keep on and keep on and keep on, and you're going to be sore every single time, you know. And then I guess at some point, I don't know what that point is, but at some point it stops being like that. But anyway, but I guess just mostly finding your community, you know, finding your people to support you and not letting the aches and pains or whatever you may encounter, you know, stop you because it will get better. It will get better. So,
Definitely.
and more arm wrestling specific. That's what I would go back. If I could go back instead of doing everything, I would have concentrated more on the arm wrestling specific things. So in the gym, I mean. So,
Yeah, no, I got you. For
mhm,
sure. I love that. No,
yeah.
for sure. Yeah, I think the community, the people, you know, you get the right crew and
Yeah.
the right people around you.
Yeah.
Um, Definitely. I would agree with that
Yeah.
100%. And if you're a lady in the Southeast, Georgia, Alabama, you need a friend, you need somebody to practice with. This lady right here, I'm telling
I'll do it.
y'all,
Yeah,
she
for
she
sure.
got y'all. Just as somebody who has benefited from her friendship and who reeks the fruits of her friendship, on a weekly, daily, monthly basis. Um, 10 out of 10, Lucky recommends. This is my plug. my little commercial break. You need a friend. Amanda Dyer's the one. She's not on social, but she will. She does a really good job of keeping up and keeping in touch, and we really appreciate that for sure.
Well, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah.
Well, very cool. So we that's all my questions. And anything else you want to shout out, say, call out somebody.
No.
Gabby,
I
she
want
coming.
to. I will not step up, but I won't back down either. So
There you go. There you go.
it's like I might be crazy, but I don't fear anyone because it's like I'm going to get something out of this, whether it's experience or whatever. And if you can beat me, good, and because you probably can. And but whatever I can learn from you, I appreciate. So
There
yeah,
you go.
that's
Love
what.
it.
Yeah,
Well, very cool. Well, I really appreciate you hopping on the show.
thanks for
We
having me.
have a show next week. Couldn't tell you who's going to be on it. Actually, let me look real quick to see who is next week so I can
Good to
do
know.
all that jazz. But very next week. Oh yeah, Danica, that's right. So
Oh,
Danica from Canada.
Danica from
Didn't
Canada.
plan that.
Sounds awesome.
Will be joining us to talk about her arm wrestling journey, which I'm super excited about. East versus West is coming up at the end of the month, March 29th. Really looking forward to that. Have you seen that card yet?
Yes. Wait, no, I haven't seen it yet.
I gotta pull this bad boy up. We gotta talk about it. It's insane. Let me ah Facebook. Oh yeah. Oh dang. Yeah, Petrina took home 4 golds today. That's no surprise, but
Yeah.
congratulations. I think Camille ended up with 4 golds as well too.
Good.
Yeah. The ladies really showed up and showed out.
That's
All right.
awesome.
Let's see. How do I There we go. Can you see it?
Oh yeah.
So we have Devin Loretta against Corey West. That is gonna be crazy. John Brzenk against I always forget his first name. Tashaki something. And then Dave Chafee versus Georgie, Giannis versus Mindy, Sarah versus Jocelyn. The rematch is about to go down.
For sure.
Matt, Cody, Craig and John, Hunter and Cody on the same card should be illegal. I'm glad they're not pulling each other.
Right.
And then Andre Sharkovich. It's gonna be insane. It's gonna be
Oh
crazy.
my gosh. I was thinking that I had seen that but it wasn't. It was just the one match that I had been reading an article about or whatever. I didn't see the whole rest of it. So thanks for showing me that.
Oh yeah, no, definitely. But yeah, I think there's so many 50-50 matches on it
Oh yeah.
that
Yeah.
I think what's crazy about it though is I think the 50-50 matches, round 1 will tell us exactly what's gonna happen the rest of the round.
Yeah.
Because it's either gonna be 100% one way or 100% the other way, but right now it's like 50-50 up in the air. Like it could be
Yeah.
anybody's.
Yeah.
But I mean, at least from what I've seen with at least with East versus West, there's not a lot of people that end up switching up their game plan when round one doesn't go their way,
Mm-hmm.
or they try a lane and it doesn't work, and then they're never able to recover to be able to get that second or third round to go in their favor. So
Yeah.
it should be, I think it'll be a very interesting card, 100%, but I think there's going to be a lot of 3-0s. And I just couldn't tell you who's going to be the 3 and who's going to be the
Right. I mean, yeah, because when it can go either way, it's like, yeah, I mean, you just never know.
right. Well, and then the one match I will say that I hope does not go 3-0 is going to be that fifth round, well, I think fifth to the last match female card. I
Mhm.
really hope that both of them show up, show out, and prove what they're showing up to prove.
Yeah, yeah, for sure.
Because I'm not saying a prediction on that one.
Mm-mm.
The lucky one promotes all females in the sport,
Yeah,
and we love female matches, and we're very grateful for a female match on this card,
yeah,
especially a rematch that everybody's been waiting for.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Um,
for sure.
but for me personally, like I think too that the big thing is going to be like whoever doesn't come out with the win, they're not going to go anywhere. They need
Mhm.
to be just as big as they were before the match started
Yeah,
and have just as much opportunities after the match is over, even
mm,
if they lose. So,
yeah, yeah,
which I think will be easier for one than the other, but
yeah,
unfortunately. But
yeah.
I think that that's going to be a fire match.
One of the great things about arm wrestling matches is like that I have seen at least myself is you never can tell. You know, you just never can tell. And I have thought before, oh, really? You know, and it went completely the other way. So it's neat.
Yeah.
Such a cool sport.
Oh yeah, 100%, 100%. I didn't expect the last female match to go as far one way as it did that way. I
Yeah,
thought it was going to be a little bit more back and forth,
yeah,
and it
yeah.
wasn't. And I was like, oh snap!
Yeah, like, oh, really? Like, dang, okay.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. So you never know, you never know, and especially with these two. Because you have one that's very open and out, and we know exactly what she's doing, and then we have another one that's kind of behind the scenes, just kind of sleeping on,
Hmm.
getting slept on, if you will, and
Right.
and biding her time.
Yeah,
And I think it's gonna. Oh man, there's no way to tell. There's no way to tell.
I know. Can't wait.
Can't wait. Super fun. 3 weeks. Make sure you guys get your pay-per-view. Totally jealous of everybody who is going. If you have an extra ticket, let me know. There's literally one VIP ticket left. And I texted Scarlett and I was like, is this a sign? No. I was like, it feels like a sign. So
Like, but
thank
it
you,
could
Scarlett,
be.
for right. Thank you, Scarlett, for saving my bank account.
Yeah.
Because there was an impulse of me of just like I'm gonna do it.
Yeah, it's happening.
Right. Meant to be. Oh, I would have cried so hard
Oh,
tomorrow. And like, why did you do that? You're so dumb. Can't do anything ever again. This is why some people should not be trusted with credit cards and pay later through PayPal.
yeah, what they say, Friday night me is or Sunday morning me is super mad at Friday night me. People used to say that. It's like,
Exactly.
yeah,
Exactly. I'm not the person I was 12 hours ago.
right. That's right. Oh my
But
god.
no, so yeah, make sure you guys get East versus West pay-per-view.
For
Shout
sure.
out to Mac. They had an awesome event today. Pay-per-view would actually they said they were gonna do their whole event in 4 hours and it took 5. so that's not too bad. They had a whole team event. Team Ontario beat Team New York. And unfortunately, there weren't any lady matches, but Sarah Wilson was one of the refs. So shout out to
Oh.
them for having a female ref there. She got a ref with
Absolutely.
her dad. So that was fun to see the Wilsons on the table together. So that was pretty cool. And then shout out to the Nightmare. He lost to Danimal, but it was definitely he looked good. I think it was a lot closer than a lot of people gave him credit for. And then Artem, hope you make it home safely, buddy. Because that's what I think the biggest upset was, the fact that the other Lorette won and the other one didn't. So that I was very surprised, because everybody went into the thinking it was going to be vice versa,
Yeah.
on which Lorette was going to win and which Lorette was going to lose. So crazy. Again, you never know until the match happens.
Yeah.
And so shout out to everybody who voted for Artem, because I think that, Arm bet, it was literally like, if Artem won, if you bet $20 that Artem was gonna win, you were gonna like win like 70 or something crazy like that.
Huh.
I was like, dang it!
Yeah.
I could have paid for East versus West.
Right.
Just kidding. Don't gamble. It's bad.
For shame.
But yep. So getting ready for the round robin. If anybody is interested in helping sponsor any of that, that would be awesome. And then, but I think we're doing a pre-show with the 154s 2 weeks before, and we're doing a pre-show with the 155s the week before. So hopefully you can join us for that. And I'll get most, if not all, the ladies up to do like a pre-show conference, and that's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
So make sure you be watching the page for that.
Yeah.
And I think that's all I got for as far as announcement goes. Shout out to everybody who competed today. Shout out to Craig Subler for winning the Pro Gear motorcycle down in Florida. So that's pretty cool. I wish I had gone to a lady, but that's okay. It can go to Craig. It's fine. And oh yeah, Sarah Latanya too, for her roughing at IFA. So good job, babe. And Amanda, thank you so much for joining us, even though I had to bully you and make you do it. You were an amazing guest, and I'm so glad to have you as not only a fan, but also a very, very bestie, amazing friend.
Thank you. Thank you. And I agree. I agree. You're an awesome friend to me too, and I appreciate it.
Thank you. All right, homies. Y'all have a great night, and we will see you guys later.